in the 30th year after the ruin of the city, I was in Babylon, and lay troubled upon my bed, and my thoughts came up over my heart. For I saw the desolation of Sun, and the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon, and my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words.
He said, in the 30th year after the ruin of the city, meaning after Babylon was destroyed. Okay, so it said 539 BC, Babylon was destroyed. So here he says 30 years after the ruin of the city of Babylon, you know? And who came up, who took down the Babylonians? The Medo-Persian Empire. The Persians took down the Babylonians, okay? The Medes and the Persians. The Persians, you know, they became greater.
And my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear to the Most High, and said, O Lord, who bearest rule, thou spakest. O Lord, who bearest rule, thou spakest at the beginning, when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone, and commandedst the people, and gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hands, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made living before thee, and thou leadest him into...
Yeah, the breath of life was his word. And Adam was Yahweh Shai, okay? And breathed unto him the breath of life. Was talking about his holy word, all right? The word of Yahweh. That's why when Yahweh Shai came as himself, he was also known as the word, you know? That's what, you know, he was the word manifested in the flesh. The word of Yahweh manifested in the flesh.
And thou leadest him into paradise, which thy right hand had planted, before ever the earth came forward. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed. And immediately thou appointedst death in him and in his generations, of whom came nations, tribes, people, and kindreds, out of number. And every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and
Yeah, that's why the Most High destroyed that first world. Everybody started walking after their own will. It's the same thing that they're doing today. Now the scriptures say that the things that were written aforetime, what was written for our learning, so that you don't go off like those people did and be destroyed. But this world here is even worse than that first world, man. So that's why they're gonna get a worse punishment, which is fire. Although the punishment of a flood by water, you know, water is a horrible way to die. You know what I'm saying? Drowning and shit. But fire, man. You know, fire fire trumps water, man. Or can we say they are both an equal horrible punishment? You know? I mean, but to be burned alive, man, that's something. So fire, yeah, fire. Well, that thermonuclear fire, man, it's gonna be horrible. You know?
And every people walked after their own will, and did wonderful things before thee, and despised thy commandments. And again in process of time thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyedst them. And it came...
Yeah, see? The Lord brought the flood and destroyed those people. They were doing the same shit that people are doing now, today. But today, man, because of technology, things are worse. I mean, come on, man. Sex changes. Here it is. You got a man that was born. He was born a man child. You know, father was happy, mother was happy. And then at 10 years old, 8 years old, they're thinking that they're thinking that they are a girl. And then nowadays they're minors, man. They're allowing them to make the decision on getting these sex changes, man. And children are impressionable, man. They don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, right? And they're allowing them to do this shit. Tell me that this is not Babylon, man. Babylon the Great. Because in the old Babylon, they didn't perform sex changes. Now they were you know, alternative lifestyle, but they didn't have the technology to perform a sex change, man. So this place is more horrible than you think. Okay? And who's performing this shit? Esau, man. Esau had it, leading it, and the other nations.
And again in process of time thou broughtest the flood upon those that dwelt in the world, and destroyedst them. And it came to pass in every of them, that as death was to Adam, so was the flood to these. Nevertheless one of them thou leftest, namely, Noah with his household, of whom came all righteous men. And it happened, that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they...
Yeah, so, you know, they started going off again, man. The Lord saved Noah and his family, and then the people that came out of Noah's sons started going off again, man.
And it happened, that when they that dwelt upon the earth began to multiply, and had gotten them many children, and were a great people, they began again to be more ungodly than the first. Now when they lived so wickedly before thee...
That's the proof. It said that they began to be more ungodly than the first people of the first world. So that's the proof right there, that this world we're living in is more wicked than the first, man. And that's why the Lord's coming with that horrible fire. That I don't want nothing to do with that, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be on the right side, man. So that's why we have to try our best, man. You know, to pray to the Lord, you know, and hope and pray and stay on the righteous path, man. Don't slip. Don't go to the right. Don't go to the left. You know? It's very important, man, because people are going on with their everyday lives not realizing that these thermonuclear missiles are going to be shot off one day. That the life they live was useless, man, and fake and wicked. You know? The elites got these people in a trick bag, man, in a dream, man. You know, in a zombified state. You know what I'm saying? So, and they think they're smart. They think they're wise. You know what I'm saying? They're not wise enough to escape those missiles. You know what I'm saying?
Now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovedst, and unto him only thou shouldst thy will. And him thou lovedst, and unto him only thou shouldst thy will. And madest an everlasting covenant.
Yeah, the Lord always had a chosen line, man. You know? From, you know, beginning from Adam, there was always a chosen line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, the Lord created everyone, but not everyone are his chosen people. See?
And madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. And it came to pass that...
There you go. And that's the proof, man. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, right? The chosen line went to him. From Isaac it went to Jacob. And it says, and put by Esau, meaning the Most High did not choose Esau, see? But now when you read the story, right? Jacob supplanted Esau, tricked Esau into getting the blessing. So there's people that read that story and look at Jacob as being the bad guy. No, Esau is the bad guy. See, in the spirit, through the spirit, the Most High caused that to happen. See, because who is Esau? Esau is Cain, you know, who slew his brother Abel. And no way in hell the Most High was going to choose him. It says, as for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. So yeah, Jacob to this day has become a great multitude, where each tribe is a nation, man. And we're scattered throughout the whole planet Earth, man. You know? So that's why this word is spreading so much. Because you got Israelites, man, all over the world. And when they hear it, if they're men of the Lord, when they hear this word, they'll wake up to it.
And it came to pass that when thou leadest his seed out of Egypt, thou broughtest them up to the Mount Sinai, and bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movedst the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troubledst the men of that age. And thy glory went through 4 gates, of fire, and of earthquake, and of wind, and of cold, that thou mightest give the law unto the seed of Jacob, and diligence unto the generation of Israel. And yet tookest thou not away from them a wicked heart, that thy law might bring forth fruit in them. For the first Adam bearing a wicked
it says, and the Lord did not take away from us that wicked heart. So the Lord caused us to have that wicked heart. And the reason for it is so that so that we could be ultimately gods, man, angels in the next world to come. Because you cannot be a god if you do not understand good and evil. See? That's what the angels had said when they found out that that Adam and Eve's eyes were open, right? Because they knew of good and they knew of evil. And the angel said they're going to be like unto us, knowing good and evil. You know? They're going to be like gods. We will pick up in 2nd ESDRAS, the 3rd chapter, and we're going to read the 21st verse again. Shalom.